Is that what we should name this video? We bought the big model for the little man. Look at this, he's so excited. Look at that. We got him a broom. Thanks to you guys sending, well, it's not a broom, it's a brush. Washing brush. You guys sent a lot of ideas, and that's the model I chose.
It looks well made too.
Hopefully, it was expensive.
It's even
He's gonna be so excited.
It's even Christmas colors. Now that the washing's all done.
Virtually done. I don't have a ratcheting 30. Okay, so we are into combine repairs. Luckily, Air Force One has survived the season quite well. It's actually very surprising. Just changed.
Why is that surprising?
Because I ran it.
Oh, I thought that was a dig at me. 'Cause I worked on it last year.
He's our combine mechanic. I know he hates it, but he's good at it.
Not certified, just wanna be.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I think just due to wear, we need to take a half link out of the feeder house chain here. And you want to tell them how that went last year for you?
Well,
It all piled out on the ground.
the whole
and
chain came out.
it wasn't good. So other than that, we replaced all grain loss sensors. That's what they're supposed to look like, kind of. They're shot when they look like this, or so we were told. I don't know if I fully believe this, but there was such a small amount of broken stuff on this. I think they just said, yeah, these are shot to get more money out of their inspection.
Naturally.
Don't you think?
I suppose.
So, other than that, we just replaced chains on it. This bearing, for whatever reason, it did sound rough. I will agree with that, so we replaced it. The other side seems fine. But that one, when the belt was off and we were free spinning it, you could feel this arm kind of shake and grind. I think it probably would have made another season, but why for, not that much of money, not fix it up? There was a bearing up here that was very concerning. This one here. There was literally nothing left of it. I don't know how it hung on there. The pulley was just sitting on the shaft, shaking and wiggling.
I should have showed
I'm
them.
sure there was flames coming out.
I should have showed them how I had to do that one. The nut
All
that
chicken armed up in
that
there.
held the pulley on was. You basically had to take the engine out to do it.
All right, I should stop talking and start working, huh?
Yeah, go get a 30.
30? Look at her steaming. That guy can clean like no other person I've ever met. I like how Eric's over there, just one thread at a time. I'm done, are you? He's just so irritated by my thinking I'm funny comments. Got oil on my hands.
Go home.
Delivery, boys. Delivery. Who's running the forklift?
It's cold out. It looks like you got your jacket on.
I need help. Don't get stuck. Might have a problem.
Now bring it out. Yep. Bring it down. Come back in. You should be. You moved it out. So come back in. Keep going. Keep going. Don't worry about hitting this. Down a little bit. Now, there you go. Slowly bringing her. Yeah. Bring her back down again. Come back in. More and more. You keep getting it.
We should throw some snow in there.
Yeah. It's just what I need. Yeah.
You gotta get this in here before she is a block of frozen ice. You have an opener? No? No opener? We got you more hydration.
I see that.
Since you're the guy that normally drinks most of them, we got the 20 ounces this time again.
Back to the big one.
Back to the big ones.
No, I like the smaller.
That's because he's small. He takes less in.
Are we bringing this up there eventually?
Eventually. Did you guys know you can get this a lot cheaper buying it by the pallet?
I think I did.
Pallet sale. Go to the link in the description. Check it out. I think we even have a discount code. Then you can probably get together if you don't want a whole pallet with your neighbors and
Did they do that?
protect from freezing. You know, that could be a variable in the winter that shipping is probably very hard to do, but that ain't our problem. Are you gonna?
I was gonna look. They don't feel frozen.
He's fussy about his water.
Yeah, you gotta take good care of it. Uh-oh, here's Dougal.
Why?
It's being used.
He can't get his thing back up on Beaver Tail. His little lift that we offloaded, he can't get back in.
No, it's winter. Everything takes twice as long. So I got to get going. He needs that thing. Good luck. Hello there.
All right, guys, we just got our pallet of Northern Chill. The guys seem to go through it really fast. So it is free delivery on pallets. That's why we get it by the pallet rather than by the case, and it is cheaper. If you guys have any interest in getting any Northern Chill, it is in our link in the description on our website, always with a discount code Larson20, I believe, to get 20% off. So we are rehydrated now. Grandma will also be happy because she comes out and steals my cases of water because it actually, as funny as it may sound, she gets heartburn, so does Dad from water, and this stuff actually does not give acid reflux to her. So that's where a lot of my water goes to. The goal is here's the connecting link. Here's half links, multiple. We could do this. Why do we ever replace these? You just keep shortening it. Granted, if it does break, just mass deconstruction of the rotor would happen and you would really hate your life. So the problem is he's having flashbacks to how when this all fell out, actually it went out that end.
Keep the back door shut so it just balls up back there instead.
All right, so you're wanting, he's very concerned that it's gonna just,
I think we need to come along.
okay, fast forward.
Who cleaned this?
All right, we're gonna start with the middle two. We're trying to just do portions at a time so that it doesn't happen what we had happen last time, which I think's gonna work. Woo! Boy, that went really easy. Hot!
Nice. Come on.
Nothing to it. Except for this next stage, then there's something to it.
Yes.
I'm so congested. There's so much disease flying around this farm. You've been sick, I've been sick, now I think I'm sick with another sickness. It's just terrible. Okay, too much. You're squeezing way too much. Oh. Boy, look at, it's like we've done this before.
Should we put some lock in?
Yes, we are
Loctite?
Loctiting the heck out of those. Referring back to how if it falls apart, it's mass destruction of the machine. That's actually a good teaching moment here.
Who taught you that?
Dad, many years ago when I was a young
Just
lad.
another one.
So, you gotta put your nut on the way the friction is going so that,
Don't get overcomplicated now. You explained it well to me.
yeah, so as this is moving forward, the trash is pulling the opposite way. So you want the trash to be pulling it so it's spinning like that, which is tightening. Nailed it. Boom, mic drop. All right, we've got that all reassembled. Tension to the proper spec, torque, and look at how much more range. So this moves forward when the chain gets looser. This was almost all the way maxed out. So we're good now. We gotta raise our feeder house drum up. So the book tells you to run the feeder house drum down in soybeans, up in corn. We just run ours up all the time.
For high yielding trash.
Trash is right. Theory behind that for us is it don't rub the floor as bad, and I don't know, we haven't had a problem running it like that, so that we're just gonna keep on doing that. This guy just loves. Didn't you just make this chain and now you've made it too long?
I made it the same length as the other one, but now I don't like how,
Out of tensioning you are?
yeah, that's maxed out, which we know how this likes to stretch daily, so.
I'm gonna talk to them about some of the mods that we did and what we've seen with the mods this year. Brody's washing the Yankum rope. Just look at how my brain span goes. So fun fact to rope life is washing them helps a lot because the dirt actually gets into the fibers of the rope, and as you kinetic energy the machine out of the mud hole, it stretches and that dirt actually will cut the fibers. So that is the best. What do you got? Best tip I have for you on rope maintenance. Also, Yankum ropes, link in the description. What do you need help or something?
No, it froze up my vent.
Oh yeah, that happens when it goes below 0 outside. It's a lovely 4 below this morning. So this is the best way of unclogging it. 0 tip, squirt water up there till it melts the ice. Kind of a double whammy because then it just freezes worse when you're not using it, but if you keep the fan on long enough, it actually will dry. See if it goes. Is it going? Yep, it's opening. Slowly. It's stopping. It's going. Brody's gonna wash some more Iowa dirt. I wonder if you're just gonna pressure wash this cab out? Can't get much worse. It runs like a 30 series, not well. No, until they warm up, this one might actually need injectors. This engine is known to eat injectors, and it possibly needs them. But for how much we're gonna use it, we might not be putting them in. We'll see. We'll see. This was the same engine that was in the 9870s, and we had a lot of trouble with it. Well, I guess I can't explain the workings of this machine right now because Duggo needs help.
This?
Well, I wanted all the mods we did to this thing. I'll be back. He
Alright.
needs help. It should be entertaining.
Are we putting this back together now?
Yeah, she's ready to go. Let's get this thing out of here so we can work on it.
axle?
Not on this one.
You want to lower the other one?
Well, that other one's axle should be lowered so it sits more level like this one. I think it'd work a lot
but
better.
at a raise, then it just cleans so good.
Well, I think it does clean better, but the heads don't push worth a dang in soybeans.
Operator.
Explain what we're doing here.
Well, their furnace burner will not ignite. I think the chimney has got leaves in it and plugged up. Strange frog-like sounds coming out of the furnace.
So what's the idea here? He's gonna pour
Okay.
water down the
He's gonna
vent
pour
on the
water
roof,
down
and
the
then
chimney.
we're going to shove the snake up and hopefully it unclogs.
If you only knew where this thing had been in the past. It's gonna go. It's not gonna go. It's not going. It's not gonna happen. Do you know where the little one went? This is just too big.
Yeah, you'll never make that
That's not gonna
bend a
bend.
90 like that.
No. Nope. Plan B.
So which one of these toys was your favorite?
It's not down here no more. It's out in the shop, I believe, in the kitchen. Here, let me roll this old rusty thing up and
What
look
do you
out.
suppose is on my hands right now?
Don't, or I'll let you. Oh, Lord. We better go see if he's pouring water down. We don't want that coming down on us. So a little silty. Well, there's no big chunks. Well, it's a little dirty. Do it again. This is not a good sign. Okay, I don't know. That's, yeah, it's no leaves or debris. Why would that be doing
It
that?
doesn't sound like there's a restriction either.
It's maybe why we farm and not fix furnaces. Well, I don't know. That don't seem to be an issue. So I'm going to put it back together. We're going to try it.
Well, that's disappointing news.
Yeah, it is.
Because there was zero restriction whatsoever, I would say. So I would say there's more expensive problems. We've been diagnosing this part of the computer board right in that area. You can't see from the light, but it's all turning brown, like it gets really hot, and if you touch them, they will burn your fingers. So I think the computer board is,
Must be junk.
well,
More technology again failing when the cold snap is coming tomorrow. Oh well. They've survived worse. I'm sure Mom and Dad will survive it. No, we've called. They're gonna get the new board and see how it goes.
we thought it was this. That turns out to be clear. It still don't sound like it should, but sometimes it won't turn on, and if you take a plier or anything and tap the computer board, bloop, it starts working. It's magic.
I'm gonna.
Now
just
you're
assume
closing
that
it all up so no one can come down and tap on it.
Well, you know Dad. If I don't close this up, he will close it up because that's the way it's got to be. It's the way it was. That's the way it's gonna be. So it's closed up. We got to go back out and get
That
something
sounds
done, all
somewhat familiar.
right? What are you saying?
All right, back to where I left off before that all happened. Some of the stuff that I seen running this machine versus last year, we did a lot of different stuff. We put a slowdown kit on the feed accelerator. That is where the crop comes in the throat here, the feeder house. It's run on this shaft here. We put these on. These are swept backs, feed accelerator wings. This helped for edible beans, but more importantly, I noticed it in corn. I think the green combine, I will admit, grinds corn worse probably than any brand. This helped. Doesn't solve the issue, but it helped. The other thing that I would suggest is the feed accelerator slowdown kit. Different pulley, different belt. Helps slow all that down. I would suggest that. Maybe the most important thing that I have seen out of this machine was taking the pre-cleaner out. So right here is where the pre-cleaner goes. Took them out and moved the side hill kit as far forward as possible, and then put those plastic fingers in that I don't remember what the number is. But those things changed this machine a lot, and I really liked it.
Yeah, yeah. I
How
could
come you
tell
just
when I
don't
was-
seem how
When I
excited
was
you are?
grain carting, it was just beautiful.
It was beautiful until he ground it through the grain cart and spilled it all.
We did try that once. I did not spill it all. Just some.
Just sub. If I was to trade a combine, the first things I would do is put swept back on, pull the pre-cleaner, and put the slowdown kit on. I think those are the biggest changes to this machine that will improve throughput, grain quality.
Are we gonna vacuum out the grain tank?
Yeah,
That's way up there.
yeah. So we have to vacuum, literally vacuum our combines out because we're going to black beans next year. Zero tolerance for corn or soybeans. A little bit maybe for corn. Soybeans are an allergen. Granted, there shouldn't be any soybeans in this machine anymore because we've ran lots of bushels of corn through, but
Lots of my
I don't
high
want-
quality bushels.
yeah, we did finish on his
Yeah,
field.
that's my corn right there and there and that one.
Probably does have an allergen in it then.
What's that supposed to mean?
So this is a step that I think a lot of guys miss. Some guys miss. I'm not going to say a lot of guys miss, but from corn to soybeans, take those spacers out. especially in the 70 series combine, because in the 70 series combine we had a lot of problems slugging our discharge beater. That's because this allows more product in the rotor. It works really well in corn because it gets more cobs in there, rolls, threshes a lot better. Soybeans, I take those out because you can get wads of product coming out and plugging your discharge beater. So that's as easy as just taking the spacer out, put the spacer on the top, crush that down, and then when you go to corn you get to put them back in. But it ain't that big of a deal. I didn't even drop any bolts. Normally they lay down in the sieves and nuts especially. Alright, I got that step done. She's ready. Are you ready? You got like everything else done?
Shields are on, we're ready.
I've seen stuff roll easier in my life. It's that time of the year to put the tracks on the side by side. For what reason? I don't know. But they'll be on there. Do we remember how to do this? Putting them on after the brackets are all installed like we did last year and literally did nothing with them on.
I remember taking them off.
Yeah. Oh, I thought someone ripped my seat and then someone was gonna get in trouble. Brody! He did wash the inside out. Kind of.
I even spot freed it.
The inside.
Then we have to, losing hardware, we have to put this bracket on the A-arm for limiting the steering, I believe. And also so the tracks don't flip upside down and, you know, kind of harm the machine.
I need that 3/4 inch now.
Don't you over torque my nuts.
What do you want them at?
1.5 UGAs. Need an extension, don't you?
I need a 3/4.
He's coming around. All right, all we got to do is the back, and that's easy because I don't think there's any, never mind, I'm incorrect. There is some linkage we have to put on. But I think I remember it is easier to do. That's a job that everyone says never again. That ain't easy. In theory, it should be easy, but it's not easy. But it looks sweet. Now what are we gonna do with it?
Sell it. For sale.
I suppose.
I would sell it if there was something to buy that isn't overpriced or 9 months out. So that kind of rules out everything.
Yeah.
You know, we've got the unit. This is what everyone has that does that sport, ice fishing.
That sport.
Well, what is it? Is it not a sport?
You're old. Yeah, it's a sport.
You got to buy a sportsman license. That makes you a sport. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. End of the day. We'll see you in the next one. I hope you learned something and enjoyed it. See you guys later.